as Gator fans know, there's a guy named Diwun Black who's gone through quite the roller coaster ride to get to where he is today. Many people know the basics of his story, but you're a Mississippi guy through and through. You know him better than most, and you have some familiarity with him that I think our listeners would love to hear about. So I was wondering if you could give us a bit of an insider's look as to exactly who he is and what Florida's getting with him, both as a player and as a person.
Yeah, man, I'm like the guy that like kind of quote unquote discovered Diwun. He's from the town right down the street from me. He came to me as a 10th grader, well, 9th grader going to 10th. And I had just came off of getting this kid named D.D. Bowie recruited at Ole Miss, and he became a national prospect that I kind of revealed to everybody in 2000. I can't remember exactly the year, but anyway. That one came to me, he was like, man, I think I could be that type of player too. Will you help me? And for a kid to ask me that in the most humble way, I was like, man, yeah, for sure. And, I looked at him because I have this, like, God-given talent to project, like, see it and project what somebody would be. And I seen him, he was like 6'3" at the time, had a nice build. I could tell what he was going to turn into. And, I started this mentoring him, like having him around me a lot, learning about him, learning about his family dynamics and everything. And he came, his mom, God bless her soul, she has like 6 or 7 kids, and she's a single mom, so she does her best to raise them as much as she can. Mostly only a man can teach a man how to be a man. And I kind of stepped in that role with some other father figures in his life. Well, I would say like an uncle figure. I wouldn't say father, but just showing him how to act, how to do things and how to conduct himself in the right way. We all have our vices where we have to learn better ways of doing things that we naturally do and become better people, and we just hit it off, man. We always was together. I was always training him, teaching him. He stayed in my house a lot, we played a lot of basketball because when I met him, he had slow feet. Like, he had very slow feet. He was always athletic. He could jump out the gym since he was young, but he was like kind of uncoordinated. And he used to play basketball. He would always want to play on my team. He couldn't walk and chew bubble gum, but he could jump. So I would never pick him or nothing. So then, I just started playing basketball with him, and he's a great copycat. So he would watch me play. He would do the same things I did, and I just seen him kept growing and growing and growing. I didn't really teach him, train him in football because I wasn't a DB. I was I played DB in high school, but I didn't know how to really train it. So I just did what I knew best, as in teaching him ladder, footwork on the ladder. Getting his feet down faster and things of that nature, which helped him out tremendously, man. He had 15, 16 picks his 10th grade year. I feel like that helped him a lot. And then, going forward, with his grades, he always struggled in school. And it's not because he's not smart or anything. It's just the fact he just won't take it. I ain't gonna say take it serious. It's like me with math. I hate math. So when math come up, I don't want to do it. I'm just shut it down. I don't want to do it. People hate to do things that they're not good at. And I try my best to teach them that you learn more from your failures than you do from what you do well. You want to work on what you don't do well more than you do things that you do well. So he got in gear for a little while. He gets he loses enthusiasm pretty quick, especially when it comes to school. So he struggled there, and he had to we sent him off to Florida to help him when his senior year came, so he could graduate. They had some accelerated programs that he can get into. But just him battling, man. He just battled. Everybody has their flaws, but I have to say that kid's a warrior. He had his mindset on going to Florida with Mullen, because he first was committed to Ole Miss. Well, he first committed to State, then he committed to Ole Miss. Then he let go of that, and when he met Mullen, he just clinged to him, and he real life loved Dan Mullen, and nobody can tear him apart from. To this day, he still love that man to death, and the man has I always stuck by him. So, I'm all for it because, I'm like the big uncle, the big whatever you want to call it, the big bro. And just to see him battle, he didn't qualify coming out of high school. And then he had to go JUCO. And he's had his trouble at JUCO with grades too, but he's still battling. And to this day, he's 15 credits short to graduate, and it looks like he's on pace and he's going to get it done. So, I can't say how much I'm proud of him because I remember he didn't qualified to high school, and he told everybody because he sets his goals high and he brags about it. He's a big bragger. I have to say that about him. And he makes people go against him, don't like him. If you for him, you rooting for him. But if you're against him, it gives you nothing but ammo against him when he don't do what he's supposed to do. So when he didn't do it, He felt like the worst person in the world. He was down in the dumps. He thought like, man, my life over. And I think, Neil, you seen it on Twitter. I had told him on Twitter, which I told him the same thing in text message before I wrote it on Twitter, since he wrote it on Twitter. I had told him, like, man, you're not the first to fail. You know, you learn more from your failures than you do your what you do well. You know, this ain't gonna teach you nothing but more character. You're gonna come out of here as a better person. Because look at Cam Newton's story, who went to Florida and ended up having to go JUCO, and he went to Auburn. You know, like look at other people's story. I just showed him other people's story. He picked himself up, and you know, right now he's the #1 player in JUCO, which he's not playing this year. You know, he's gonna sit out to focus on his grades. But you know, you guys are getting the warrior. You know, he's still a kid. He's still gonna make mistakes. He may make some wrong mistakes, you know, decisions now. But overall, you just know you're getting a warrior, a guy who won't give up for his goals. He set goals. He set high goals, and he strives to get them. I'm so proud of that kid, man. I love him to death.
Yeah, man, that's some great stuff that you shared. Diwun Black is one of the most inspiring players that I've had the chance to follow coming out of high school, and to see what he's overcome, and to see the impact that you've had on his life, and to see that he's, you know, based on what he's looking like right now, he has a shot if he continues to develop to get in the league.